And fall in, my fellow scout troopers, and welcome to Napoleon Total War 3 4v4 battle replay today. It is 1815 Tolentino map today. Today's replay comes from Clarky. His allies today were Mickey, Billy Bob, and Padre Arthur. Their opponents today were eBay, Cameron the Cool, Epic Theo 3, and the Dark Monkey. And we'll go through the factions of the French forces here, which is the Ordnance 2nd Corps Commander faction. We have Eugene 4th Corps, I believe, and we have Ney 3rd Corps, and over here we have Polska General, the Poniatowski 5th Corps. Okie dokie. No points on the map today. I think this might be a scenario battle. If not, it is a death match because there are no points on the field today. The red team's got to be loving their deployment zone. They're deployed high up on the battlefield. It's one of the highest points on the battlefield. The artillery can basically cover the entire valley before it. So I imagine the Russian commanding forces here are a little annoyed. But hey, it's not the French team's fault. They just received the luck of deployment, I guess. Now, the Russians, while they might want to charge, not the best idea. Wouldn't take long for the French forces here to ready up and fire if they came anywhere near them. Russian general here getting a little bit too close for comfort. Don't know if there's any forces near him. There has to be. I mean, the Russian general player would never put his general in such a vulnerable position without backup nearby. You just probably can't see it. But we are a ways off from the engagement, and before we cut, don't forget, if you want to see your own Total War replay featured here on this channel, don't forget to check out those links you'll find in the video description below, which are of course a link to join my Discord server, Scouts Reconnaissance. You can post your Total War replay file right there, or you can simply send it to my email address, scoutsentertainment@gmail.com. Hope to hear from you soon. And with that, let's skip ahead to the start of the battle today. Alright guys, we're back, because the artillery has deployed, and the Russian army is just down the hill there. Unfortunately, Ney deploys artillery in not a good position at all. And I say that because of where he's trying to shoot. Where the Russian army is right now, the crest of the hill, it actually rises before the artillery. So the artillery was deployed just behind the crest. So it'll either shoot too short or shoot over the heads of the Russian forces, and they just accidentally killed a chunk of French forces there, 8 of them. The artillery has to limber up and move forward just a fraction. Not too far, but yeah, this shit happens. The Russian artillery is deployed on the other side of the hill. Makes sense. In the event that the Russians get pushed down the hill and the French forces come at them, it makes it easier for the Russian artillery to target the French forces. Now, France is trying to save their artillery. It's tight, it's tight, it's too tight. And the Russians succeed. Well done. They just succeeded. Alright. Now they lost a valuable artillery piece, but it ain't the end of the world. They've still got other artillery up their sleeve. A little bit too soon for France to withdraw. They weren't outgunned, at least as far as I could tell. These troops seem okay. They haven't lost any soldiers. Well, 1 or 2. Units tend to lose most of their numbers in actual retreat. When they're fighting, they don't tend to lose as many soldiers if they're shooting at a fair distance, like what we're seeing right now. But as soon as they turn around, they'll suddenly take more casualties than they would if they were facing their opponent. I don't know why that happens, but it's just something I've noticed. Comment below if you've noticed it too. And be glad to know if there's a reason for that. Maybe there's some sort of bonus to shooting an enemy soldier in the back. But that is in keeping with the reality of a Napoleonic War. Whenever you hear about those kind of battles that took place during that era, the greatest casualties always occurred in retreat, or when you're withdrawing. Okay, France is a little bit slow to get himself organised here. And, oh, French forces here charged potentially a superior cav unit, but charged him right in the back. They didn't win the battle, but they definitely took out a number of the cav, almost succeeded in breaking them, but they needed another cav unit to come support them. They needed these guys 10 seconds ago. I don't think the chasseurs can win this. And the Russians fight them off again. I don't know if they can keep winning this, setting up one cav unit at a time. His new plan might be to charge into the flank of this guy and get the other unit to charge in from the other side. Well, it's time to do that right now because Russia's attacking. Okay, Russia's moving, but France is... well, he was set. Is this Ney? Is this all Ney? It is all Ney, okay. So Ney's not confident he can hold the line. Well, it's forcing Russia to converge, and that should force France to spread out a bit. Right now they're very condensed in the middle. They've got to spread out their lines a little bit more. They've got Polska coming in on their left, or at least I thought they were. Polska's just charged into the Russian forces. Very brave. Ularia cavalry. You gotta love it. I think it's like Ularia or Ularian. The cab may be light, but damn, it can pack a real punch. Now, Russia here is not properly formed up. France is. If France moves forward, it could potentially catch Russia out of position, get a few good volleys in there, and that would set France up for victory in the long run. I mean,
this building has
whoever set up
to
and
the
gets,
enemy.
whoever set up has the high quality of forces, has the units that can have better accuracy than their opponent, and obviously has a higher rate of firing ability. That's like reload. Reload is rated these days. I can't show you what the rating on each unit as much as I would like to, but it's in the main menu. You'll notice it in the main menu when you're selecting your army. You can choose. You can look at a unit's reload skill. Those little factors can give you an edge on your opponent in battle. Any day of the week. Just don't shit your own forces again, man. Jeez, enemy artillery can't be less than 50 meters away.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
Okay, they went after those guys. All right. Ah, French soldiers going in. They mustn't have reloaded the cannons. Oh, intercepted by Russian artillery. Blasted apart by the arty. Intercepted by Russian infantry. Blown apart by Russian artillery. I think I said artillery twice there. Nice defensive measure there. Okay, Russia bring up more artillery. France is outgunned here. He and the Potowatsky need to get a move on. Need to initiate their attack. Start winning here on the left. France might be trying to use the gully here for protection against that artillery. But you can see the French army here climbing the hill. That's not good for them. Opens them up to the Russian artillery even more. The allies are approaching, but some appear to be being kept way back in reserve. Don't think this is the time to keep reserves, especially not when your opponent seems to be mounting a full force assault against you. Okay, France is going to try again. It's amazing. There's no Russian cavalry nearby. Alright. Oh, they broke. They killed some of their own troops again. But they were already broken, so you know. That's not the worst of the world. Yulari. Okay, this is one of the best cav units that Polska can bring. Must belong to this Pontowoski commander. Actually extremely risky that he charged in against a Russian player that had heavy cav, mid-tier cav in his arsenal nearby. He charged in, he won the fight and pulled out before Russia reacted to it. The player must have been looking elsewhere at the time. Big gamble he got away with there. Well, it looks like Polska needs to regroup. He's flying all over the shop. Very disjointed. Okay, looks like the Russians here, they're going to make a charge on the French artillery. Russian artillery killing the Russian cavalry. Okay, French cav intercepting the Russians. Oh, they just missed. French cav charging the rear of a Russian unit. I don't know if these guys can form square. It'd be hard to believe that this Russian player wouldn't send up a unit that couldn't form square by itself into enemy territory. Maybe he just didn't see the French cavalry until it was too late. Because he had the right idea for sure. But this game is brutal if you lose focus for even a millisecond. French reinforcements are almost here. Russia could have taken advantage of their superior numbers. He had two units here that weren't doing all that much. They could be maneuvered into a better position to fire into these guys. They had a unit already over here on the flank firing directly into the side of the French line. These other two units here could have moved forward to shoot this unit here and begin folding up the French line. The French general here is nearby, trying to keep his troops inspired in the fight. This is going to get more intense the closer they get. Russia faltering on the right. You can see that. We've got more Russian troops filling in the center, but we don't have too much left here on the French left flank. We've got artillery and two French infantry units moving up, but that won't be enough to hold back these Russian forces. Okay, French cavalry looking to get behind the Russian line. Might be aiming to target the Russian generals. Okay, the French cavalry just smelled the blood and managed to pick apart these unfortunate Russian units here. So things are looking promising for the Imperial forces on the right. It's looking a little bit dicey here in the center, that's for sure. We've got one 2-pounder really holding it, connecting the French forces with the Polska forces. It's a lot to ask of one artillery unit. this would be a good target if the Russians could fire into them. I think the terrain protects them. You don't want to blow up your troops like that. That's not a good idea. I mean, the artillery here. The artillery over here could potentially hit it. I think that'd be worth shooting, actually. Just because there's such a huge concentration of enemy forces in that one area. A direct hit would take out heaps. Polska's going to try and charge the line. Not a bad time charge. They obviously waited for the Russians to reload. But they still got a few volleys, and that was enough to weaken the morale to the point where they couldn't keep in the fight very long, and then they broke. These guys here, the Grenadiers, they're winded, not exhausted. The Grenadiers gave up as soon as they touched blades. Look at the little zigzag thing Polska's got going. Parts of Polska's line here is collapsing. He's gonna get cut off. And there's not much he can do about it. I half wonder if the French artillery could potentially save him. I think he can. You can get some good angles here on the Russian forces moving on Polska. Could provide some valuable relief here for his ally. So basically, hold on Polska for dear life. Well, the Russian players is just trying to fall back so we can try and regroup with these teammates, but
Our men are running.
given the position of the French forces over here, I don't think he'll succeed. I think France has successfully isolated these forces here, and that they could potentially pin him against the river. These other 5 units here are pushing them up. These guys here probably should just be bayonet charging the artillery. You don't want to get in too close, man. That's enough. Okay. No, Russia's trying. He's trying to regroup. Poor Polska. What's he going to do to survive? Can he survive?
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest.
Oh, it looks like most of Polska's cav here is being wiped out. Polska's time is drawing near. I don't think he'll survive this. His general is the only unit that might be able to get out of here alive. And maybe this unit here, but that's about it. These Grenadiers broke before. They've come back to the fight.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
France's line is looking very formidable. Definitely outclasses the Russians. And they've got the high ground. Also, artillery is being deployed and can shoot over the heads of the French forces provided they move down the hill far enough. You can also try and target the Russian general here, near the town. Well, I don't know if that's what they will shoot at. Okay, they're going to load up the cannon. They're not ready yet. France has so many reserves. But they've also lost Polska, so... I can't write him off completely yet, but he's down to 3 units. Actually 5. Yeah, 5 including... Well, 5... 6 if you include the general. Oh, Polska's going to try and charge in their grenadiers again. Well, they're active, they're not winded, and they're, well, most importantly, not exhausted. Polska Grenadiers struggling here against the Russians. Still can't tell how many Russians have died. A small victory there for Polska. The general's being committed to battle. I didn't think Polska would actually commit his general this early. You see all the lead bullets fly over the heads there. So many French forces. Okay, Russia managed to get away, to his credit. He got away.
Our men are running, sir.
And so we've got a mass charge here. That is crazy. Infantry's charging cavalry, cavalry's charging infantry is shooting each other. Russia's sending in their elite cav against the French elites. This unit, yeah, that's good. France is moving up. More troops. I think Russia moved up this infantry to try and protect the flank of their cavalry. French forces are surrounding the Russian cav. Okay, that unit there is exhausted. France is really bringing down the hammer. They're squeezing the life out of the Russians here. Jeez, to the Russians' credit, the cavalry's morale is incredible. Despite all the pressure, they're still holding on.
Our men are running, sir.
There's only, yeah, Russia's held off and broke out of the French stranglehold, and now it's just cavalry on cavalry here. Yeah, it looks like France did enough to give this cavalry unit, their elites, the edge. There you go. That was a hard-fought win. You can't get much harder than that. Over here, it looked like France attempted to do something similar, but Russia has almost thrown them back. Flanking fire. Come on, don't bayonet charging. Shoot. There you go. Okay, Russia there broke. Russia's scrambling here to try and keep the French at bay. I think there was an opportunity for those two French units to bayonet charge these reinforcements while the third one came to outflank this one here. And potentially start a cascading effect that would just domino them out of the battle. Okay, we've got French chasseurs running through a tiny gap. Are they going after the general, or are they going after the infantry? We have 3 Russian generals here. We have some chivalries charging in.
Our men are running, sir.
We've got more French cav. I think the 3 Russian generals here will be able to beat this cav unit. Oh no, France broke one. Okay, they broke another.
We have killed their general, sir.
Okay, they killed one of the 3 generals. It was eBay's. Alright, so they broke all the 3 general units in the area, but only killed one of them. Looks like those 2 might escape with their heads. Still got a battle over there to finish off, but the one over here has basically concluded. Well, this was unexpected. We got a Russian general sticking his neck out. His army's still back there. His army's not dead, but he's basically throwing his general away.
The general, sir. Now they must break.
Alright, this is the final general. This is Epic Theo's general here. France is still trying to take the building. They've got the numbers to do it. They've got the troops and quality to do it. They've still got to finish off the French forces here. France is running down the little street here. They're trying to get into the Russian forces, but the Russians are running away. This little corridor here is funneling the French forces here. It could be an opportunity for Russia to mount a good counter-attack if they line up their troops properly, but they're taking their time to do it. Now these troops here, these Russian troops could be exhausted. Oh, nice volley there, good volley.
Our men are running, sir.
Now these French, I don't know if these French will just bayonet charge them or will they'll shoot them. I know there's no more volume, but I gotta stop putting the volume in. It caused the game to crash twice already. That's when I changed the sub channel from 128 to 256. It can make the replay a bit unstable at times. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and in this case it doesn't. So we'll just have to live with the shooting sounds not appearing, or not working, I should say, for now. So the cannonball hit the hill and then lobbed over the Russian forces and clipping them. That's interesting. Now Russia's trying to set up their perimeter. But Russia's being pressed hard here by the elite cavalry, which is just like a tank. They just roll forward, just carving up the infantry before them. Only a squirrel can hold them in their tracks. That was a nice shot from the artillery. Missed all the friendly forces and just hit the enemy. I'm not too sure where Russia's running here. We'll probably just fast forward it. Actually, I will go back because I didn't know this battle was happening at the time. But French infantry are trying to attack the line in different parts. See Russians get flung everywhere. Is this a general? I thought we saw the generals die before. Okay, Russia's trying to fight back. There is a chance Russia could prevail on their right flank. One unit just broke, but we're going to get moving up to take its place. And now with these troops here, they're bayonet charging their enemy. One failed, the other one, well, the other one might fail as well now. Yep, that didn't work out too well for him. So Billy Bob just lost his general. Well, the French infantry there avenged their general's death. Once again, Russia might soon find itself encircled. They probably will just fast forward it because this will just happen in slow motion. So these forces engaged while these other ones just sat back. Now the French team did not time that attack very well at all. Okay. Okay, we've got France falling back. Russia's coming back hard here at the French.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Quality of French forces is just too much for the Russians here on the ridge. They've thrown them off the hill. Yeah, France has it now. Definitely for sure. It's amazing. France still has artillery. I'm not too sure where Russia's falling back to or why. Why should just face down the French forces and try and get as many kills as you can. Okay, their own artillery killed them. Lots of strange moves here. This appears to be the last Russian units here on the field. France likes bayonet charging a little bit too much. This is coming down to a handful of units, which once before must have seemed like an endless number from both sides. Alright, here we go, guys. It was a move France was waiting for. Hopefully their artillery doesn't blow it.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
I'm not too sure how much more the French cavalry can take. They just got a second wind. Alright, is that it? Are we finished here? Victory! Still can't see the kill counts here at the end. That sucks. Alright. Still, I think Clarkey here. His kill count range from 255 with 5 other units getting over 100 kills there. The rest range from 93 all the way down to Zip, which was his general there. Still, well done to Clarkey and his team on their victory today. Really hope that glitch is fixed up soon when we can see the names at the end of the battle. For some reason you can see them in the game at the end of the game, but in terms of end of replay these days, all that information is missing. So maybe just screenshot that in next time. You post it either to me or to the NTW3 Discord as well, so we just paste that in the end during the editing process. That's one way around it anyway. This is Micka from Scouts of Entertainment signing off. Goodbye my fellow Scout Troopers, and catch you all in the next Total War battle.